Who are you to tell me how to live my life and how and what I must do? What are you to tell me? You've got no right to tell me. You can reach a point where you're so locked away in an illusion that the illusion is completely controlling your life. And I have this phrase, start living life and stop life living you. And people in this perceptual state of following authority, believing authority, falling into the manipulation card of fear, those people, life is living them. Life is living them because they have conceded their right to form their own perceptions. And when you do that, that which is forming your perceptions, downloading your perceptions, is now living your life. It's now dictating your life. So life is living you. When you take control of your perceptions back and you do your own research, you do your own questioning, and then come to your own conclusions and not someone else's, then you start living life. How? Because your perception and the interaction with the field of possibility and probability, you are now changing and dictating because you are changing the nature of that dynamic and thus what you can manifest as an experience of what we call life. Whereas when life's living you, someone else is dictating your perception, which is dictating your perceptual field frequency, which is dictating the dynamic of interaction, which is dictating and creating your experience. It's real simple. We either let external forces dictate our perception and thus control our life, or we form our own and control our own life. And this period we're looking at, the difference between the two is so blatantly obvious. And it's amazing to watch, really, the difference. Who are you to tell me how to live my life and how and what I must do? What are you to tell me? You've got no right to tell me. You are an expression of consciousness. I'm an expression of consciousness. Who the hell are you, expression of consciousness, to tell me how I should live my life and what I should think and what I should do? Now, if you want to persuade me with the power of evidence and logic, etc., why I should do what you're asking, by the way, not telling, then I will probably do it by the strength of your argument and your logic. But I am a sovereign expression of all that is. We may all be connected and all the same consciousness ultimately, but we're all unique expressions of that consciousness, the unique amalgamation of our experiences, of our attitudes, all the things that we form what we call personality, what we call perception. We're unique. So celebrating uniqueness and understanding we're all ultimately part of the same awareness is not a contradiction. It's a celebration, because what is this field I've been talking about? It's all possibility. It's all potential. Therefore, we should celebrate being a unique expression of all potential and all possibility. And what happens is the more you disconnect from that understanding of you being a unique expression of consciousness, the less variety, diversity there actually is, because people just coagulate into the same little blob of myopic possibility and myopic ways of seeing the world. And what's happening, if you look at it again with this woke mentality, the pressure is not to celebrate and express your uniqueness of view, opinion, perception, but to become part of the group where everyone thinks and sees the world the same, everything we should be doing to set ourselves free, the opposite is the pressure in society to do. Why? Because they don't want unique people expressing their uniqueness and saying, by the way, I don't care if you've got a uniform on or what you call yourself. You don't tell me what to do, right? You can persuade me what to do. And, you know, it starts at the earliest age. You will do this, you will do that. Persuade me. Give me the evidence. What is the cause of that problem? People acquiescing to the group. Well, how do you remove the cause of the problem? You stop acquiescing to the group. You let go of the fear of what other people think, and you lock in to your self-respect. Self-respect, this is the key. Self-respect will not concede to the group. It will not do that. If the group makes sense, it might agree to do what the group does here and there because it makes sense and it makes logical sense. But it ain't going to just do what the group says because that's what the group says. Because its self-respect won't let it. You know, its self-respect will not keep its mouth shut when nonsense is being talked by this woke mentality. So those that complain about censorship, they have to live their truth. Because the worst, most insidious form of censorship is self-censorship, where you simply do not say something because you fear the consequences of saying it. And eventually that something gets eliminated. It's not even talked about anymore. That view, that way of seeing the world, gone into the blob. So it's no good people complaining about censorship and then self-censoring. It isn't. We have to speak our truth and respect our right to have that truth and not have someone else tell us we can't have it. Because my view is this: you tell me to shut up, I'm shouting louder every time. You tell me to go away, I'm running at you harder, faster. Because once we start conceding our uniqueness disappears. And that's the woke mentality. You won't find uniqueness in the woke mentality, will you? It's all gone to the group.